Alright guys, assessing feasibility and viability of business ideas. Now let's start by defining some easy things. Viability means things easily done. The probability that this particular business idea that I have is going to be easily done. The viability is, will it really be successful? For every idea that we have, we grow up with new ideas every day. But before even venturing to a business, we have to analyze these two guys very well. And we are going to be looking at some factors to consider when weighing on business ideas. So let's look at some key steps that can help us assess or know if this business idea that we're having is really going to work. One of the first is market analysis. You have to know your market, who you are selling to, how you are going to run it. Because if you have a business idea that makes a lot of sense and yet there is no one to sell it to, it's going to be a big mistake. And same, this business idea can be there, but there's already someone in the market selling it or working on that business idea. It means that you are going to look at the way you are going to approach your market. So it says conduct a thorough analysis of your target market to determine if there is a demand for your product or service. Assess factors such as market size, growth potential, competition, and customer demography. This analysis will help you understand if there is a viable market for your offering. We all have various business ideas, but we need to know the amount of people that are willing to take this idea, the growth, the probability that it's going to be successful. With that, once you analyze this, you will be able to know if your business idea is going to be successful or not. Let's go to point number 2. Unique value proposition. Clearly define your unique value proposition, which outline how your product or service solves a customer problem or fulfill a need better than existing alternatives. Assess if your offering provides a compelling or differentiated value that will attract customer. Everybody wants to sell something that makes sense. And when you sell something that doesn't make sense, nobody comes for it. Now, there are two things we have to look here. The value of your idea and already existing alternative. You have to look at it. How valuable is your idea? And the people that have been doing it, how different is it gonna, how will your market be different from theirs? So you have to always look at this to ensure that this business idea is valid before even trying to venture in it. Point number 3 is financial assessment. Financial assessment. Evaluate the financial aspect of your idea. Develop a detailed financial plan that includes startup costs, revenue projections, expenses. Consider factors such as pricing strategy, sales forecast, and cash flow projections. This assessment will help determine if your business idea is financially viable and sustainable. At the core end of everything, especially for us in Africa, we will always have to calculate if the business that we are doing, we are going to generate a lot of income from it. And we always also want to calculate if we have the finances to run this business. So having a business or a business idea is good, but the financial part of it also counts. So you need to also calculate if you have the available finances to make things work so far as your business idea is concerned. The fourth is competitive analysis. Competitive analysis. Now, before venturing a business idea, you need to make a research on your competitors. Understand their strength, weakness, their opportunities, and threats. Invest more on their weaknesses. and already know the opportunities that they have so that you can overcome it. The threats are there, natural hazard and all those things, and you too in your business, for you to become successful, you have to weigh in on it. So ensuring that what your business idea is valid, do a research on your competitors, weigh in on the SWOT analysis, and see how it can run for you. The fifth is operation consideration. How will it operate? You have to consider, or we talk about the financial capital. You have to also consider human capital, and you have to also consider assets. Why? You need to think how it's going to operate, how you're going to pay people, because if you don't consider how you're going to pay people, if you don't consider who to employ, you will end up doing what? Having a very good business idea, but with the wrong management. And with this, there is no way your business is going to go anywhere with the wrong management. You have to consider how the finances are going to be managed. You have to consider how the resources are going to be managed. And you have to consider how the humans or the employees are going to be managed. Every employee, for example, likes when they are being appreciated and motivated, or likes an environment where they are going to learn more, they are going to grow in what to do. So you, as the owner of the business idea, or let's say the business venture, you have to look for ways, develop ways to make sure that all these three aspects in your firm are being done well. Let's go to the next, which is customer validation. Customer validation. I always say that before you deploy, you must test. Why? Because I see it as very important that people get to criticize or talk about what you do before you even officially launch it. Because us having the ideas is good, but the idea being out there is a different thing, because a lot of people are going to see. Yes, I agree with you that people will always criticize, but now at this extreme here, it is your product, and while you have the criticisms, you always need to work on it. You always need to make sure that it's perfect. Validate your business idea by gathering feedback and conducting market testing. Engage with potential customers. Seek their opinions and test your product. Or service with a smaller audience. Use their feedback to iterate and refine your offering before launching it on larger scale. That is just it. Let's get to the second to the last point. I've written it big so that it will be visible. Risks. Consider the risks of the idea that you have, because at the end of the day, you must take risks for this business to scale and to grow. Now, if you cannot weigh the risks, it's going to be a very, very big problem. So you have to assess the risks, look at how things are going, and shoot out so that you'll be able to know if it's worth it or not. Identify and assess potential risks. Challenges associated with your business idea. Consider factors such as market risks, financial risks, operational risks, and external risks such as change in the economic or regulatory environment. Develop strategies to mitigate these risks and ensure your business continuity. Everything in business is perseverance and consistency. Once you do that in your business, there's a chance that your business will grow. But always remember, before venturing that business idea as an entrepreneur, check on the risks. So that is it for assessing viability and visibility of your business ideas. See you in the next model.